Hello friends, welcome to YouTube channel Electronics for You. In this video, I will talk about selection criteria of transducers. So friends, in measurement system generally we use one or more transducer so that our output should be proportional to the input, and in this the selection criteria of a transducer plays very important role for the accurate result, and therefore it is very important to get to choose a transducer of the which will satisfy our criteria. So there are some steps to follow this selection criteria. The first step is to clearly define the nature of quantity under measurement. This quantity is actually known as measurand. So first we should clearly define the measurand, and as per that we should choose the range of magnitude and frequency for our transducer. Next step is to examine available transducer principles for the measurement of the desired quantity, and further the type of transducer selected must be compatible with the type and range of the quantity to be measured and the output device. So we must select the measurement principle, and further it should be compatible with the output device. So these are the two steps for the selection of criteria. In this, one or more transducer principles are capable of generating a satisfactory signal. Decision is to be taken whether to employ a commercially available transducer or build a suitable transducer. That means that if we have selected the quantity under measurement, further range and magnitudes if it is known, and if we have already chosen the principle of a measurement, then if it is available in the market we should purchase it, or if it is not, then we should build such a transducer. So the first criteria, selection criteria, which is again very important, is the range. The range of a transducer should be large enough to include all the expected magnitude of the measurand. So overall the range should be enough so that we should measure the quantity. Further, the next criteria is sensitivity. The transducer should give the sufficient output signal per unit measurand input in order to yield the meaningful data. So we know that sensitivity is the change in output when there is a change in input. So the transducer should give sufficient output signal for that change, that is sensitivity. The next and very important criteria again is the electrical output characteristics. If you want to record the data, or if you want to use this transducer for the system equipment, so for the measuring equipment, in this case the electrical characteristics, for example output impedance, frequency response, and the response time of the transducer should be compatible with these devices. Next criteria is physical environment, again very important, because see, if you want to measure the uh, given quantity in some environmental, for example if temperature is more, humidity is more, in such a case our transducer should withstand that environmental condition. So we should choose such a transducer that it should remain, it should withstand with that environmental condition and still should provide the accurate result, and therefore physical environment is also one of the selection criteria of a transducer. So these are the four, and the fifth and last criteria is the error. For the accurate result the error must be minimum, and therefore again the selection criteria of error is very important, so as to get the meaningful data and should get the accurate result. And overall, some techniques are adopted to reduce the error. The first one is calibration. Calibration with a standard quantity is very important, plays very important role for the selection of criteria. Therefore, the calibration must be there. Then second one is the we can continuously monitor the variations in the environmental condition of the transducer and correcting the data accordingly. This is the second technique to reduce the error. The third one will be here. In this case, in second case, we were monitoring the environmental changes. In third case, we can isolate the environmental condition itself. It means that controlling the measure and environment artificially in order to reduce the possible transducer error. So for example, if there is a huge temperature change during the measurement, in this case we can isolate the device from the external shocks and vibrations. Uh, we can enclose that transducer in a housing, etc. So this will effect that will reduce the effect of changes in the environmental conditions. So these are the selections criteria of a transducer.
And friends, if you like this video, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for notification. And like, comment and share. Thank you.